It's raining gems. Hallelujah. Welcome back, everybody, to Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley. Let's take a look what's going on. Spirits are mad. What else is new? It's going to be cloudy tomorrow, but today it is raining. Would you look at that? And quite a bit is ready for us, which I'm very excited for. Hi, Delta. Thanks for the eggs. The yolks look amazing. I think this will be my best omelet yet. Please accept this gift, Gus. Got a mini fridge. I see you've entered the Skull Cavern. Well done. I've got a better challenge for you, kid. Make it to at least 25 levels deep. I've got a mountain of gold for you to send if... let's try that again. I've got a mountain of gold to send if you can do it. Your friend, Mr. Key. New journal entry. We'll look at that in a second. Delta, I'd like to buy a pumpkin from you. My daughter and I want to carve a jack-o'-lantern for the upcoming Spirits Eve Festival. Caroline. There's a lot going on here. So yes, Caroline wants to carve a pumpkin with her daughter. She asked you to bring her one from the farm. Bring Caroline a pumpkin. And Key's challenge. You've been challenged to reach level 25 in the Skull Cavern. You've been promised a substantial reward if you're successful. Reach level 25. When they say substantial, they ain't just whistling Dixie, kids. They are being very serious about that. The reward for it is extremely good for this point in the game, so you will absolutely want to do that. For now, though, let's get things sorted here. With the mini fridge, you might have seen this before. You actually cannot place this in a house that does not have a kitchen, so I'm just going to store that for now. But I do appreciate Gus's very helpful item, and I will be using it in the future, of course. So for now, let's get picking what crops we've got, figure out what we can sell, and we will go from there. It has been a little bit since I recorded, I believe around March 23rd. It is now April the 3rd when I'm recording this. And quite a bit's happened, as you know. It'll be a little bit later in time when this goes out, but the Nintendo Direct happened for both the Switch 2 and the one prior as well. So I've already had, within the span of the 24 hours, a couple people asking me, like, oh, does that mean you're gonna redo your playthrough for Path of Radiance? I have been considering doing that even before the GameCube library got announced, to be perfectly honest with you, so... we'll see. I would like to have a lot more data going into this one, in terms of, like, me doing a better job of explaining what characters are good, who's bad, why they're good or bad. So, it is definitely on the table for sure. It is not outside of the realm of possibility by any stretch. So, stay tuned for more on that. Hey, there's the duck feather we've been waiting for quite a bit of time. Excellent. We are done with the egg collection stuff, so I can start putting those back in here again. I'm going to take that duck feather to the community center at some point. But now we've got some stuff we need to organize here. So first and foremost, we'll put that in here. I think we've already done the apples, correct? Yeah, because it would be here. So we need the rabbit's foot still. We just got that. We're still waiting on the milk. That's winter foraging. That's going to be in the desert, and I do want to try to get that today as well. As for over here, I'm going to hang on to one pumpkin. We'll take that to Caroline now. The sweet gemberries, I'm going to hang on to one because there's a space I need to take this, and it'll be very worth our time to go and do that. And because it's Friday, the traveling merchant is here anyway, so that's even more reason to go. We'll store all of this. The corn, the eggplant. I think everything else I'm just going to go ahead and sell. So put all those away, and let's go check the Traveling Merchant. So I think what we'll be doing is Traveling Merchant. I will go back up here. I'll grab my fishing rod. Ooh, I'll take that too. We'll go to Pierre's, buy some more stuff. Pumpkins are kind of off the table because it's too late in the season now to plant any more. And then after that, we'll head to the desert. We'll get that last fish, and then we'll see if we can't get to Skull Cavern 25. It's a little difficult, but I think we might be able to manage it. Is there anything here really worth my time? Not especially. The armchair is kind of cool, so I'm actually going to grab that. I do like the different colors of armchairs. But for now, we're going to quickly dip into the secret woods here. It's been a while since we've been here. And evidently all the chanterelles are an ever-present reminder of that. What we're here for, though, is this. Still searching for the sweetest taste. If you take a look, the sweet gemberry is what's grown from those rare seeds. It's by far the sweetest thing you've ever smelled. So by giving it to the statue, you can get attacked by slimes. And you click on it again, and you get another star drop. That's why I said you want to grow at least a couple of these, and at least one for sure. Found a star drop is strange, but the taste reminds you of Pokemon. And that is another star drop down. We've gotten 3 thus far. The one from level 100 in the mines, the one we just picked up just then, and then the one from the fair. So good progress on those. As a slight bit of a warning, I'm probably going to be doing a pretty good batch of recording today. Probably between today and tomorrow, I want to try and, if you can believe it, finish up all of fall. At least have all the videos and try to get everything edited. Because pretty soon I am going to be out of the country. I'm actually going to a convention, and I will be gone for 3 weeks because I'm going for the convention itself, but also going to visit friends and kind of see around the area since I will be over the pond, as it were. So I'm trying to get all this done in advance, and I also have... I'm also going to grab this, and grab this for Sandy. Do that. But I have also applied for a volunteer position at the VR convention that I've gone to for the last couple of years, and as of right now, at the very least, I have not gotten an answer back on anything substantial, like in terms of for sure doing this, but we've only gone through the first round, and I have made it through the first round, so that's pretty good news. I believe the second round of the applications and how they wanted us to do a couple of example prompts will be judged the weekend that I'm recording this, so give it a bit more time and we'll see how it goes. We're all going to hang out in the sun this evening. It's kind of a Friday tradition, I guess. Well, I guess so. I figured Caroline's probably indoors since it's raining. Yeah, there she is. Fine looking day. On days like this, I like to help everyone with the public gardens. Strong for age, but I think she appreciates all the help she can get. Oh, the pumpkin. It's a good one. Abigail will be so happy when she sees this. Thanks, Delta. Anytime. Don't remember if we've done that cutscene or not already. I think we have. Either way, let's take our word from that. That door got closed, right? Hey, Pierre. My dream is to keep opening new stores until I become extremely wealthy. Lovely. We could do some bok choys, perhaps. Yeah, we don't have quite enough time for the yams. I think we'll go with the bok choy. That might not be enough. I didn't actually count how many spaces I needed, but even if I bought too much, it's only going to take 4 days to grow, and so I can just plant another round of bok choy, so perfectly fine with that. There are still a couple things I need to be saving up for. My tool upgrades, buying a pig for the barn would be another one. So there are still some things I would like to have some cash for. I know anybody watching this is like, you said you're going to get to floor 25, you're burning daylight here. Yeah, I might not be able to make it, and that's totally fine. If I can't, I can't. It's not the end of the world by any stretch. But getting some more exploration would definitely be a good thing to do. So it's still a little bit more about the exploration than it is anything else for the time being. This already goes without saying, but you can't get locked out of being able to get back home. Like, let's say you're out mining in the desert and it's, I don't know, 12:30 at night. The bus will still be here. It doesn't leave without you, so you're not just stuck here where you can't get home and inevitably you pass out. Hey, Sandy. Don't have much luck farming out here. Well, unless you're a cactus farmer. That said, one of the things you can do out here that a lot of people do end up doing, and I should probably do, is this is a pretty good space to plant a bunch of trees, as really the only thing out here, as she said, besides the cactus is the coconuts. But you could absolutely plant a ton of trees out here to help with your wood harvest without trees getting in the way in other parts of the of the valley. There we go. My brain was thinking something else, but... Oh, right, I did say I wanted to do the fishing for that. Alright, let's see if we can't find that sandfish. In fact, I might actually not do any mining today. I might go back into town and show the cutscene with the omelet, because I haven't done that yet. I don't know if it'll show up while it's raining, but it very well could. And it would be cool to see it. I need to check that bulletin board itself and see if any new things have come up. I don't remember how difficult the sandfish is to catch, but I know it's not the only thing you can catch in here. At least I'm pretty sure it's not, so... Though apparently if I was looking for green algae, this would be the place to go. I also know at some point I do need to as well get the various fish that are in different levels of the regular mines. Yeah, scorpion carp. Like I said, not the only thing in there. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is not the sandfish. This is not what I'm looking for. It's nice to catch, but I really just, I don't need one of those right now. It's good to mark it off the list, though, because I'm still not debated on if it's going to be 100% playthrough here. I'm going to try to go farther than I ever have before. But getting all the fish caught is definitely one thing I do want to do. I'm gonna try to. Now that I've caught the one, I'm not too fussed about catching a second one. If I don't get it, I don't get it, but I'm gonna still make an attempt to here. These jumpy ones are always kind of a pain to get. Though in comparison to a legendary fish, this one's very much nothing, which is why I recommend getting the lures and the like and having the better fishing rod before attempting those. I think some of them might not even let you attempt them unless you have the better fishing rod. Come on, I'm looking for that sandfish. I do not care about the carps. Yeah, I think this might be it, because this is clearly a lot more relaxed of a fish than that scorpion carp was. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to head back and I want to see if I can get that cutscene with Gus. And we'll drop this off and get another bundle in the center done, which is exciting. Since I'm already here, I might grab whatever I just put up. Oh, the duck feather, that's right. Might put that in there as well. I'll hang on to one scorpion cart, but I'll toss the other one. Yep, that looks pretty good. Put that in there. We're kind of not doing anything right now. Let's smelt some copper here. Just for the sake of doing it. Actually don't know if there's going to be anything on that the big bulletin board. I don't think there's going to be anything, just because we did the last quest pretty quickly. Every day is the same old routine. Well, at least you have a job back, though. Hey, I think it is occurring here. Or no, this might be a different scene, actually. Hey, I'll take your order in a few moments. Yeah, I think this is a different scene. Oh, this is Elliot. Okay, I thought this might be Clint or maybe Gus or Emily. Hello, Delta. What a pleasant surprise. I was just stopping in to relax after an 8-hour writing session. Bartender, 2 of your finest ales, please. Gus, not impressed. There you go, sir. Wait, I propose a toast to Pelican Town, to our friendship, to good health, to your doom. I'm gonna go, without even looking up, I'm gonna go to our friendship. That's a great idea. Here's to us. I'd wager anything is good that's not to your doom. Strong stuff. Getting a little wonky there. This is what I was expecting to see. Well, folks, once again, we're gathered for a very special occasion. A rare visit from a very dear friend. My world-famous giant omelet. Zesty bell pepper, juicy tomato, rich mushroom, and tangy cheese, all enrobed in a blanket of rich, fluffy egg. Dig in, folks. Willie, what do you think? Mushrooms are a tad chewer than last year. Is that a good thing? Aye, lad. It's great, Gus, and it tastes even better because it's on the house. These eggs are so rich and yellow. Marnie, are these from your place? Nope, you can thank Delta over at Fantasy Farm. Fantasy eggs. Since I've got a few people here, let's buy some beers. This weather makes me thirsty. Hey, Harvey. I'm not trying to give Harvey a gift. There we go. Figure I'll be a little bit generous for once. There you go, Willie. Simple man, when my pipe is full, I'm happy. When my pipe is empty, well, then I just fill her up again. To get Lewis. There we go. Glad to see you're like St. Saloon. It's good for you to take a break every now and then. Your grandfather's worked himself hard. I'll have an extra beer in his honor tonight. And lastly, there you go, Leah. Do you have a kitchen in your house? No, I do not. I still do not have a kitchen in my house. But that's okay. It is not a priority for me right now. No, there's no new requests yet. Yeah. But we can go ahead and take this ticket over here. Getting pretty close to that book, which I'm very excited about. I'll just hang on to that sapling for the time being. It's weird to think later on you're going to see me just ignoring stuff like that of like the moss or any sort of forageable item. I'll just leave it alone because it won't be a priority. Alright, with that, all of the fishing bundles in the community center have been completed. We're happy to help. It's not our house, after all. Southern hospitality at its finest. And there you go, that one's all finished up. Let's go ahead and do this as well. Let's get us a seed maker, which is very good. So yeah, we're just down to 2 things here, one of which we can't get right now. But at least in terms of the stars, that's half. We're obviously much farther along than halfway, but still. Because 2 of those stars we're not going to be able to get until winter hits, so there's only 1 star left we can get. And as you already know, that of course is going to be that last bit of the animal bundle to unlock the greenhouse, which would be very beneficial to have right now, so I'm hoping to see that pretty soon here. For now, I'm going to drop everything here off, which I probably could just not do, but then I'm going to go and grab the 25 stone from the mines. I don't have to even take that to Robin specifically, I just have to get that done and then talk to her the following day. And I feel like that's pretty easy to do, and we don't really have a lot that's otherwise going on, so why not do it, right? I am not going to sell these copper bars. I'm actually going to hang on to them because, as I mentioned before, copper is used for a fair bit, so not going to worry about that. I'm going to put the seed maker right now, right here. I don't plan on keeping it here. I'm actually going to end up probably putting it in the greenhouse, but just be aware. I'm fully aware it's here, that it exists. I'm just not going to be using it right this second, so that is the plan there. Let's go ahead and put that away, and then we'll do some mining. I'm going to stick to the lower floors to get more gold, because I am aware that we are running extremely low, and I would like that for both crafting the bars to sell and also just having the bars themselves. And we can obviously do this quest basically anywhere we need it to. I think since we're going for the stone, we'll just go for these bigger ones and also the gray rocks. A walleye frenzy has begun in the mountains. That's nice. I'm not really gonna worry about that. And there we go, no sweat. Now we can just focus on the gold mining until we're good to go. That said, I do want to keep grabbing some more stone here. I should have checked how much stone I had, but I can promise you with the Skull Cavern being open, having excess stone is never going to be a bad thing, because navigating through there quickly, one of your best ways to do that is going to be by building staircases, and to do that, you need stone. And you're going to need a lot of it, so do be aware of that. We'll say it's nice to get back to this game again. It's nice to like have a fair bit going on. Like, I've kind of gotten everything ready for that trip, which is good, of course. So now I can go back to focusing on this, and then once this is taken care of, I'll just have a few projects left that I can dedicate a lot more time to. If I do end up getting that volunteer position, it'll only be for during the convention, of course, and just before it. And the convention itself is in June, so I'm not going to be super busy, but making sure that I've got the time to dedicate to that, you know. It might be a volunteer position, but it is still a job commitment, and I don't want to be like, oh, but I've got to work on this other stuff, so this is why I'm working on a bit of influx of videos just on the off chance that I do get that position. I have met the team lead before, several times, in fact, so I don't think that will help me personally, but he did send a message, like, yeah, I do remember you, I do recognize your name, and, like, I know we've chatted before. And the thing that I sent out was more just a general to everybody that could possibly do the second round of getting through there. I think without realizing he actually gave me a little bit of extra information, though, because the deadlines were due on the 7th, so kind of the start of next week. But he said he was going to review all the ones that got sent in this weekend, so he might be looking for people that can have a quick turnaround, which makes sense for a job like that. Like, you do need a quick turnaround, so completely makes sense, but a little bit of additional info to kind of make me think, okay, good, it wasn't a bad thing to get this sent out early. Because sometimes you want to take the time to really polish it, and other times it's like, you want to have a good bit of polish, but the speed is a little bit more important, and I am glad that that was the case, and I chose that correctly and got mine submitted within 24 hours rather than a week. That's a pretty good amount, 6,500. Give or take a gold. Let's move on, shall we, to day 20. Spirits are in good humor, that's good for the cave diving. Storm's going to happen tomorrow, which is also good. Do quite appreciate those. Dear Delta, here's a vegetable from the little garden I keep out back. You probably have more veggies than you know what to do with, but oh well, Caroline. A potato. Thanks, that's getting sold immediately. Let's see what we got out here. Probably not too terribly much, but that's okay. It's still important to pick up that stuff when you get the opportunity. Sunflowers are done. Takes 8 days. Oh, perfect. Okay, this will be the last set of them that we can plant, then. So we've been working on sunflowers for quite a while, since they're available in summer and fall, but once winter rolls around, no more. Not for the time being, anyway. Oh, I could plant those, too. That also takes 8 days. I'm probably not going to plant the mixed seeds for fear of getting something that can't grow in time, so I'm not going to worry about that. I think everything else will sell. Yeah, we'll sell everything else. And that's how much stone we have, by the way, 842. Accidentally made a mistake there. And with the dish of the sea, that's not supposed to be in there either. It should be in here. There we go. Out of curiosity, we don't happen to have the... Oh, we do have the recipe. Yeah, I should be doing this. The mayonnaise machine. Wood, stone, earth, crystal, copper bar. Turns eggs into mayonnaise. I do want to do that. Wood. Copper bar, earth, stone. Or earth, crystal, and stone. I think 2 will be good for now. Put everything back. You forget how fast that copper smelt by comparison to the gold. Oh, well, don't put anything in there and then just walk out like a dumbass. There we go. So those will get started. Only the cow can be milked, but I still do want to do that. Pam won't be getting to the bus stop until about 10, so we're not in a super big rush here. You can actually make her get to that bus stop a little bit faster if you need to by intentionally blocking her path whenever she walks out of her house, and she'll push past you. Any character will do this, but it will make her start walking faster, so overall she'll actually be faster. You'll gain back the time you lost by stopping her, and then make a little bit of a return on investment there. I think I'll take the back path here. I need to check and see if anybody's got a birthday, because I do want to try to not miss those, but I didn't even think about checking it yesterday, so it's entirely possible that I did miss it. But we'll see. And I'll probably have to come back to the farm anyway for better healing items. I want stuff that's like stronger, more effective, and also because... Oh, hi, Willie. Yeah, I forgot. This cutscene will kick in after you've cleared the glittering boulder, i.e. finished up the fishing area in the community center. The stream has flown from deep within the mountain. Hey, do you see that glistening in the water? Yes, that's quality ore. Flow of water must be carrying it out of the mountain. I guess so. You know what this means, right? Cannonball? Means we can start panning for ore. It sure does. I've got an extra pan in my backpack. Why don't you take it? Well, thank you. A copper pan. If you ever see ore glistening in the water, use that pan and see what you can find. So yes, this is a tool. It used to be absolute dog water, but it's actually a lot better now for a myriad of reasons. My old friend, the Glimmering Boulder, has moved on. It may not seem like an important event, but to me it's a big change. Happy for the old rock to see more of the world, though. Yeah. Well, there's quite a bit of broccoli seeds there. Those likely will not be getting planted, but, you know. Looking forward to the Spirit Tea Festival. It's probably my favorite. Yeah, you seem like a Halloween type of dude. Hey, you got the stone I asked for. It's a big help. Thanks. No worries. Just swing by here, Sebastian. So yeah, Copper Pan used to be terrible, and the big reason was because you couldn't upgrade it. It is a tool, as it says right here, but you could not upgrade it. However, now that you can... It's actually pretty strong, and it can help for quite a bit, so don't just take it for granted. No, I did not miss anybody's birthday. I might have missed Martin. Well, no, that wouldn't have been in this video, so I think I did get hers. Robin's is tomorrow, though. Oh, that's tempting, but I would rather do the 25 floors in the mines, to be perfectly honest with you. Like I said, I do want to go back, get some supplies, drop off these broccoli seeds, and I don't need the... panning, or I guess it is just a pan, yeah. I don't need the pan right now, so I'm gonna put that away as well. I'm gonna drop these off, swap out the salmon berries for the blackberries. This will go in here. I want my explosives with me. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this now, just so it's not in my inventory. Where's my crafting for bombs? Iron ore and coal. I've got a fair bit of that. I think that should be... I'm not going to say plenty, but enough. I think that should be enough. Anything in here that would kind of give me a hand? Yeah, the spicy eel. I'll take that with me. Alright, let's make tracks. Yeah, going through Skull Cavern, I wouldn't say you have to, like, super duper prepare for it. Not for the 25 floors, anyway. But you do kind of want to know what you're getting into. So having plenty of food, because it does have to all be done in one run. Plenty of food. Some luck boosting items are helpful, but not really required. Not for a plunge only 25 floors deep. Obviously, getting there as soon as you can is recommended as well. And the other big thing is you probably should not do what I did right there. Which means that if you are planning on, like, specifically just trying to get to, like, through floors very quickly, genuinely do not worry about the ores or supplies or anything like that. You should just be focusing on breaking the rocks. This also goes for the enemies, too. You shouldn't be bothering to fight these if you're really trying to go for full speed. If it's something like the little dragon things here, where it's actively killing you, then yeah, you probably should try to at least keep it at bay. But yeah, the ideal thing to do is obviously look for a good group of stone that you can use a bomb or some other explosive on. Have at it. Ah, we haven't mentioned these yet. There's a shaft leading down. If you jump into these, you'll fall multiple floors. You can see I'm now on floor 8, even though I definitely would not have been otherwise. These can be as few as, I believe, 3 and as high as like 14. It'll be on screen, because I'm sure I got it wrong. But if you fall enough floors, you actually will take damage. It'll mention something like, ouch, or, you know, that hurt. So you can take damage if you fall too many floors, which, you know, makes sense because you're falling. So if you fall too many floors and take damage, then be sure to watch out for that. That said, those things absolutely are your best friends in here. You definitely want to make good use of those. Kill that big one for fear of sending in more small ones, but there we go. That's one of these floors. The floors are randomly generated, like I mentioned before, but you will still see patterns that you might have seen in the original mines, kind of like this little spiral one that I'm not a big fan of. Keep swinging, eventually you'll get them. There we go. And they drop some iridium ore, which is good. If I'm going to be forced to sort of stop, at least I'm getting a good reward out of it. Here's a pretty good clump of, I need to watch my health. Listen to your own advice, dude. As you can see, though, between, like, using bombs and whatnot, it's not really your energy that you have to watch out for in here. It's your health. Thinking that'll probably be under here. Nope. Ah, here we go. Perfect. So again, like with a lot of the pre-generated ones, this one, if you remember from the regular mines, will always have a staircase at the end of the path. We're not going to even be using that, though. We're just going to jump in this hole. This will take us to floor 22, which means we're doing very good on time here. Ooh, yeah. So if you're trying to go quickly and you run into an area's infested floor, I heavily, heavily recommend just using a staircase and not fighting the enemies. Because obviously that's going to slow you down a lot. Also, I do see that hole there now. But as we are easily going to make it past 25. Curiosity lure, increase your chance to catch rare fish. Well, we'll hang on to that. I don't think you have to get to 25 specifically. I think it's just past 25. Yeah, so we're good on that front. We have completed that quest, so the reward that we get for that will be sent to us in the mail, like the original quest was. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see that reward, but I can promise you it will be worth it. I'm going to go ahead and kill this I'm going to kill this mummy, rather. And they play a lot like if you've ever played the Legend of Zelda series. There is a specific enemy type that after you kill it, it'll come back to life unless you blow it up. And those are exactly the same. You need some sort of explosive to permanently get rid of them. You can knock them out of the fight temporarily, where they won't be able to attack you, but you do want to get them in full. And they will very often drop cloth, as you just saw, which makes sense. I don't know if that's a guaranteed drop from them or not, but it's... At worst, it's a very high chance. For now, though, we are going to keep going down. I'm not going to say, like, as fast as possible, but I do want to try to go decently quickly, because the lower that you get into the floors, of course, the better the rewards are. That's why you're seeing Iridium Ore pop up a tiny bit more often than you did before. And, of course, anything else I can grab is also welcome. But we've kind of gotten our big goal out of the way, but we're doing pretty good on Iridium Ore. We got 9 right now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but, you know, bear in mind that we've been getting basically nothing from the other mines because they're not designed to give you Iridium Ore. They never have been. I'm going to go ahead and need another one of these. Yeah, see what I mean? You're starting to see it pop up a little bit more frequently here. Oh, that was a fake one, yeah. Sometimes you'll get fake spots of Iridium and it'll be one of those enemies instead. But if you defeat them, they often drop crab cakes and they will drop Iridium Ore, so you'll still get it if you take the time to defeat them. So needless to say, I do recommend still trying to get them. I got all the time in the world now, buddy. You just keep coming. For my money's worth, those are probably the most annoying enemies in here, other than maybe the purple slimes, but only if they duplicate a bunch of the smaller ones. Because as you've already seen, the slimes shouldn't be as big of a threat as they are, but they can absolutely get very out of hand, and that can end poorly for you. So obviously try to avoid that where possible. So we're at 43, like we're making pretty good progress here. Again, all this progress is going to be reset at the end of the day, but just showing that with even a tiny bit of preparation, anybody that's played this game a bunch is like you didn't prepare that much, but I still did quite well here. If you can stand away to having a better luck day, of course, is another very beneficial part of doing well here. As anything that will increase your chance to find the staircase quickly is something that's only going to help here. Try to get away from that slime. Ooh, one of these floors. I was not expecting to see one of these, but you know what? I'm happy to see it. I'm going to get my health up to full before I try traipsing around in here. As you can see, there are more of these little bug enemies, but there's also dinosaurs, essentially. And if you defeat them, it will take a lot of hits. Bear that in mind. But they'll drop different things. The prehistoric tibia is one of these items, but we're going to be seeing more here, so... Yep, there's another one, the prehistoric vertebra. So this is a really good way to get these items if you haven't already got them, is by defeating these enemies, because they're guaranteed to drop one of them. Prehistoric rib, we've already gotten that one, but still. Just bear in mind, they do attack you with fire, and it does a pretty good amount of damage, so you're going to want to keep your health up if you're fighting them. But to be perfectly honest, I've found the best way to deal with them, at least for if you're a sword user, is probably just to tank through the damage, if you can. You can also kind of like slash them once, and then when they turn to breathe fire at you, you can just change direction and then hit them a couple times. Whatever you gotta do, really. kind of get the idea. You can also cut the grass that's in here, which doesn't seem like it does anything. It seems like it's just aesthetics. But every now and again, I believe you can find a fiddlehead fern out of these. So if you're looking for one of those by any chance, this is one opportunity you might be able to find them at. Keep my health up, like I said. It didn't outright say the area was infested, I don't think, but this is a floor where you do have to defeat all enemies in this case. But hey, we got some prehistoric stuff here, which is good. You can see now also why I wanted that third level of the backpack, because we're getting close to being out of space, even with it. So if we had been at 2 rows, we absolutely would have been out of space by this point. From here, my focus is just going to be basically the semi-precious gemstones, but of course, above all else, the iridium ore is going to be the big thing I'm wanting to get here. But I'll still go back and grab the stone and the other various ores and whatnot that get dropped. We're out of space, so I'm going to eat this, because I don't really need to keep that for anything. There's our last bomb. As you can also see, lots of Omni Geodes from here, so if you're looking for those, this is another good space to go and try and pick them up. Can I craft more bombs by any chance? I can. I think I'm just going to craft as many as I can, and as for what I'm going to toss, I don't need 2 pieces of sap. I think I'll be okay. If you all can live without them, I suppose I can as well. And even if I don't use all the bombs, well, okay. I'll just save them for another trip down here. No big deal in that regard. There's 21. That was 4 pieces right there. That's a very good amount. Quite happy with that. Warp totem. I could definitely take that and get back home. Get rid of the clay. That would help me get back a lot faster. I don't have to try to navigate my way to the ladder, wherever it might be, and then get back on the bus and then walk home. I can just warp straight there. That'll be pretty handy. Hello, Mr. Buggo. I don't think I've seen a staircase yet. I might have just walked right past it in favor of trying to get more stuff, but I don't think I saw one. But who needs a staircase when you can just skip a bunch of levels? That works too. See if I can get around you. Place that here. Hey, don't be coming after me like this. I didn't ask for an ambush. This ain't no Final Fantasy. Nope, you want to fight me, you're going to fight me at full force here. I don't think so. Yeah, those guys can get pretty nasty when they group up together. You got to watch out for those. I am not a fan. I am a fan of these bats because they do give you iridium ore, but they hit extremely hard if they manage to get you. They're not very fast, and their patterns aren't too erratic, but do not let them hit you. It's not like a one-hit KO or anything, but it does a lot of damage. So, watch out for those. How are we doing on stone, out of curiosity? 170? Nice. And we used up 99 to get a staircase as well. Ooh, here we go again. 4 levels. Nice. Oh, this is gonna suck. You know what? I'm convinced I'm not gonna... I know there was more stuff down there, but I was gonna get hit by a lot of things, and I do not want to die. So I'm gonna avoid that risk. And we'll just head back. I thought it was gonna be just the flying dragons, but when I saw the bat in there, I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not gonna try to damage tank my way through this in order to get those extra pieces of iridium. 31 though, I'm quite pleased with that. We'll get some of those going and put the rest of this stuff away here. I'm going to put the cloth in a different spot here. I'll figure out where I want to put everything. Put some of this in here. I missed a couple things, but that's okay. I can go back. Put that here. Put it here. Here. I only need these 2. I don't remember if the rest of these are used for anything else, so that's not actually where I meant to put them. I meant to put... Okay, so 1 of each of those. I'm going to stick these here for now. I don't think I need them for anything else, but just on the off chance that I do. Alright, I am very pleased with that day. Not a lot of income, but that's okay. We're going to get a lot more if we include getting that 25 levels. We actually made quite a bit of money here. But we, of course, will be seeing that on day 21, i.e. the next video. It'll be raining, so we started with rain on this video, and we will start with rain next time. So yeah, we are making pretty good progress here. We've only got combat left on our skills. And if we keep going through those mines, that's we're gonna be getting a lot of experience by doing that. What else do we have to make a note of here? I don't think anything too terribly big, other than, yeah, we've got the pantry, the crafts room, and the bulletin board left. We can do the pantry as soon as we get another one, so that will just leave us with 2 ones that we can only do in winter, and then the rabbit's foot whenever that appears. So... I'm thinking once winter starts, like, it's going to take as much time as that Nautilus shell takes to appear. So the other 2 winter forgeables will not take that long. So very excited for that, and excited to record more pretty much right after I'm done here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Thank you all for watching. This has been a Fantasy Farm here on Stardew Valley, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.